Hello, and welcome to the madness. Gotta wait for this controller to wake up. Maybe. There you go. Back to the Hawkins mansion. And to fight out the insanity, I'm probably gonna wear this. Not today. It is too damn hot. So I'll just do crazy hair and look insane like I've been sweating over dark, flesh-bound tomes for hours. Yeah. But I could always wear this backwards and have tentacle hair. Look. Actually. I thought it would go over the headphones better. Oh, there it goes. Now I look like someone... I don't know what I look like. There we go. Car wants to see it. I'll keep...
Who goes there?
I'll suffer for the art.
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
There we go. And I'll put the cultist hood up part. Cthulhu on it up. You don't want to see with light on. Cthulhu face. And then, there we go. So left off, we just escaped an asylum after watching a guy being psychically bent in half. I need to put this... I can feel the headphones sliding. Oh, well, that's cool seeing the berries animate on the little stream thing. That's neat. Thirsty. All right, back to it.
Wait, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Bad.
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
The hair has a side cut kind of thing. That's neat.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Oops.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like not remembering something. I mean, that's kind of crazy. It's crazy.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904.
Or is he a
once for the
lying
Hawkins
liar?
before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
God, my child, I laughed the
Yes,
moment she said
and as you
semen.
can tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan, and I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Did that open up anything for you? No. Okay, so I can't level up while talking to him.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's
So I
a
like
patient.
where this is leading into, where it's being hard to trust
I
what's
haven't
going
seen him
on,
since Dr. Fuller had him
what's
transferred
real
to
and
the
stuff, and they're really starting to set up the
Knew Sarah Hawkins.
insanity portion too.
And that's what killed him.
I wonder how much we'll get to decide what we
How
think
did you
is
die?
real
I'm not sure I can explain.
and what isn't.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here?
You
This
missed
makes
a
no
lot. You like
sense.
literally don't
I
remember
don't
like
see how it can help
half a
crack the
day.
Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably...
Go see his wife.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness. than
Oh
ignorance.
shit.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find
That
a
is
link
like
between her
so
husband's
ominous
death
and a really
Sarah
great way to
Hawkins.
like
Don't
warn
end
you
up
about a
in the
choice you just
hospital
made.
this time.
I'll do my best.
Like, I like the Telltale games. Like, I played them a bit and stuff. And the I'll remember that is pretty good. This choice will affect your destiny is great. That is such a great way to have like a warning. It's like, hey, that choice you just made, it will affect your destiny. Ah, dick. just you hear a narrator going, this will affect your destiny. You have made your choice. You know, I realize how much of a mind flayer I look like, where I have a skull cup, and I just, like I'm drinking the brain out of the top of it. That's fucking hilarious, considering how much Baldur's Gate I've been playing. Got one of the tendrils wet. Oh well, it'll be fine. I can wash it, I think.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course.
God damn it!
Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only
Her
lead
dress
at
is
this
freaking
stage.
out.
I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. Did she really care for him after all?
Oh, Jesus.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Oh, I get to hold the scene? Why? This got weird.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
No, this is what he looked like before he lost his eyeballs.
A house of artists. A house of artists.
Investigation.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
All I can think about when I hear the word shambler is
He
like
finally won. Was Sanders
zombies.
aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
There we go.
He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Well, shit.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
No. No. That's like the last thing you need to fucking do. I'm an expert investigator now. You know, the thing I was at the start of the game. Don't worry about it. I like I am how I'm professionally strong, and I'm technically a professional in psychology. I'm an expert at investigation and Let's spot hidden. Yeah, let's like. Oh, how am I doing for sanity? I'm shaken, but not stirred. Did that painting shift into his wife? That was fucking crazy. That's dope.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
I've never heard that word before. I've seen it written down, but I've never heard it.
I could use one of those. Strange. For
Dear
months,
Francis, I beg
Sarah
of you to give up
Hawkins
all hope of
refused
owning
to
this
part with her
exquisite painting.
to finally give it away for nothing.
If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Itchy, itchy, itchy.
An old diary.
I had to be so strong to get that up.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more
Like sleeping
fatal
pills
than
and
others.
whiskey, you know.
What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm
I
here
think
on
I did
business.
just steal his sleeping pills.
Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Do you see your girl like this at me? That was weird. Ooh. I'm also stealing all this guy's like medical books. I'm almost a professional medic. The Whale and the Cod, A Brief History on Darkwater Island. What's this one? Did you read the book? Oh shit! The Malleus Bestiarium. Volume 2. Is a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe they exist. Whoa. Consult diary. Where is my diary? Uh-oh. Pierce read an ancient treatise, the Malleus Bestiarium. This bestiarium makes an inventory of numerous creatures from the occult world or parallel dimensions. The very nature of its knowledge makes it an unholy book. By reading it, Pierce lost some of his sanity. Damn it, do I need to take pills? And then I also got points in occult now, which is I'm an amateur occultist. So fucking weird how that works. I took his drugs and read his weird fetish book. That is dope and makes me think of Death Stranding.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Dude, look at that evil-ass dagger. That makes me think of the Dead Space Spire. Look at that Cthulhu. Dude, this place is awesome. Oh, fuck me. That is a hint of things to come. God damn it. I'm gonna be running away. That seems familiar. You know what this place needs? A giraffe on fire. Salvador Dali had some dope, fucked up paintings of hell giraffes. Oh, Eldritch Line looks dope.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Oh, I just want to keep looking around. Why are there so many Sphinx? Oh, no, never mind. I remember. I was trying to think of why there was so much Egyptian shit, and then I remember the King in Yellow and shit like that. And the Mad Prophet Gwazid. Or, Ooh. Oh, fuck, he's gonna bug me. The Mad Prophet with his book made of skin. His name was... Oh, no. I'm now... All the names coming to me are magic cards now, and that's fucking with my brain. I like how when I like freak out, my hair falls in my face. Is that a night gaunt? Of Yiv?
What the hell was that?
Oh, is this like an amnesia bit? Oh, you got me. You know, of all the weird animations in this game and like some of the weird like iffy, like the weird like facial shit and thing, that was pretty good. Like that looked good. Alright, so I know he's there.
What the hell was that?
Now does leaning make me go nuts? Oh, nope, they got me. Okay, enter the madness, skip the scene. Alright, now.
What the hell was that?
This feels a little janky here. Run!
Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Stab him!
What the hell was that?
Okay, can't use the dagger to fight. Oh shit. Oh, you son of a bitch. I wonder if he meant for the door.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Which direction is he gonna come from? Oh. He got stuck on geometry. You saw that. We all saw that.
I can't even touch it.
Shit, hide in the closet. That's a cool animation for getting caught in the closet. That was cool. I'm happy that it didn't do a stupid where it's just like, oh, he got in the closet.
What the hell was that?
Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta cut up his fucking paint and I gotta Dorian Gray this asshole.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Okay. Shit. Run to the painting.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Oh, he saw me again. So maybe it's a different thing in one of the cases. Because I just noticed I could look in that case again.
What the hell was that?
I just realized I didn't get a choice to upgrade my sneakiness. stuck? This douche. Oh, was he just right there? Huh. Felt like that time he broke. The Shambler is a painting. Irene Sanders, the Sanders... Sarah Hawkins or her work. The fact remains that she accuses her of costing her husband's sanity. Close.
What the hell was that?
An exceptional paint in more ways than one. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Oh, I have like a weird heart attack.
Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
It was close. That is almost hard to see. Shit. Okay, maybe I have to do it more than once.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
I wonder if I had hired a cult, if this would be a better situation. Be the right one.
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
How do I know which one's the right one? Get out. Hopefully it's this one. Apparently not. How come he knew? That's bullshit. Okay, so that's 3 daggers that I tried down. It can't be too crazy many daggers.
What the hell was that?
Was there any hints that I'm missing? Clues. Sure, go ahead. What did he say as a hint earlier about the daggers? Well, right. I knew that. I've had different ones each time you see me break the glass. That was my 3rd different dagger. I know I'm trying to find the right one, but I'm wondering if there was something I missed that explained which one it was. Because I got that one. So I know that 2 out of however many there are in the other room are useless.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Did you guys see the do a little dance? That was fucking hilarious. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here before I have a fucking reaction. Running, I'm gonna stab it. That was not the right dagger. Alright, so another dagger down.
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
I'm gonna find the dagger eventually. This has become a weird war of attrition between me, the player, and the Shambler. But I wonder if people who worked on Amnesia worked on this. Because I played the first Amnesia a couple of times. And the way this monster feels kind of reminds me of some of the monsters in Amnesia. Where it's like a zone around the thing, not so much its eyesight or anything.
Damn it!
Shit, wasn't that one. And that's why I feel like maybe I'm missing something, that I was supposed to find the hint before going to the painting that explained which dagger it was supposed to be. Let's see if there's something in my inventory. Not the amulet. I can't pull that dagger out of my thing. No secret on that. Letter from Sarah, letter of refusal. Ooh. I guess they didn't like me being in that room. So he can fuck off. That's funny that I can go into here. Alright, Pierce. I got 2 points. Am I 2 away from anything? No, not even fucking close. What should I invest in? I guess I was investigating Spot Hidden, so I can find more secrets. Sanity. He looks fucking weird. They look kind of weird with the angle they're looking at. The mental chamber comes from the dark and inhospitable dimension, where the rarity of food sources keep it in a state of permanent starvation. This is why it is in a constant state of readiness to travel to other dimensions in order to feed on its inhabitants. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension, otherwise you risk attracting the very dangerous creature. Should this happen, you just have to lay your eyes upon it for its being to anchor itself in your dimension and allow it to rip you open with its claws. Men will gather knowledge through the lines dictated to be the great old ones, but also in other volumes the vision that assailed me whispers me names, silhouettes of mystical creatures. Soon the Malleus Monstrum, repository of all anatomical, cosmic, and dimensional knowledge, will be seen as the authoritative work. This book, unholy among most cursed books, will one day be the final rampart between man and the predators that are waiting to devour him, hidden behind the veils of parallel dimensions. That's interesting. Does not help me fucking at all. Get rid of those. The inhabitants. What am I missing? Clues. I'm just gonna get rid of all these fucking green markers while I'm thinking about it. I hope they don't reset when I die. I'm gonna try the spirally one that I like. Get fucked. Stabatron. Fuckatron.
Damn it. I have to use a specific dagger.
Shit. Still really digging this monster design. So I think
What the hell?
I've tried every dagger in this left room that I'm gonna call. I'm pretty sure. I know I did that one. I did that one, that one, that one, and that one. So this room's clear as far as testing out daggers goes. So I've done that dagger. I haven't done that one. I don't think I've done that one. I have a feeling about this one.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Because it looks like the ritual one they had before.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work. This dagger looks different.
Okay, so he worded it out. I'm gonna try booking it. Oh, it has a symbol on it. Okay. I wonder if there was a glow I was supposed to be looking for.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
It's nothing. I think I just drank too much.
That goes without saying. If you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then you're in real trouble.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
That was weird to have like crying noises and her like no emote. That was weird. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake. I bet you that's that motherfucker from the bar that had all the writings over his skin. Anyway, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. I wonder if that's the name of the bookstore, the Nameless Bookstore, because that would be a dope name for a bookstore. Is that blued? Is it broken? Huh. Wild shit. Consult diary. Did I get any points for that last encounter? I did, in fact, get points for that. Or I just never I died every time I put points into that one.
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists, that reads funny, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe this theory is applicable to my nightmares. Oh, I just gotta find one more cool medical book.
An old diary.
A pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to the voice in his head because it told him the truth. Diary of the pastor's wife. Oh, that's a neat... So I like little things like that that tell an overarching story as you find the collectible. I think that's dope. More Darkwater history. We'll look at that after a bit. Handbook of Anatomy and Dissection 2. Does that put me in... No, seriously? I'm 2% away. You motherfucker. Bookstores are always dangerous in Lovecraft stories. I don't think there's one you go into that doesn't end up fucking with you. Because you're always looking for secret answers, and then you find a book written by a crazy person. I keep trying to play this game in dark mode. And then I realize there's things you don't get to see unless you have a lamp. So I should probably go to areas where they have little to no light and double check.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
How is that occultism? I'm a professional.
What
Fuck
does
it.
this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Okay. I need to find a way to up my insanity. Fuck. No, that's what I just did. I'm up in the insanity part. I need to find a way to up my sanity somehow. And ground my character. But it might just be that is a
What
thing that
happened here?
descends over the game.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Oh, that is a white-ass void. Damn.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
How is that a medicine check?
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Is that the Necronomicon?
What killed all these animals? Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
I like the weird digital noises for that.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
This is like a level up room.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
It's possible. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access for my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues of the combination can be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall in the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly in any event. I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Alright. We're Greek.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
It seems like it. Mine.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylinder medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, are engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from the last owner, a magician antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to the Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. The key to the relay file. I wonder if the amount of light affects anything here.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Arkham. A book of esoteric philosophy and the key text in the Madame Blavatsky's Theosophical Movement, written by Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on the esotericism and the supernatural.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
He is Solomon.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Massa di Requiem per Shugai. 8.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of them.
Long-term astrological predictions, written in verse, written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Elonioff, and the Veilous Water Bridge is a volume of Arkham mythology, a luxurious collection. Esotericism. So that's 6.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Well, that was... Wait, there's
Another
2
volume by
Almonds?
Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions.
Isis
Never heard of
Unveiled.
them.
Ooh. I gotta find...
Things are not looking good.
Why didn't you say which one was looking...
A kind of chalice.
A goblet, a kind of chalice. It's broke. Get refilled. Ah, more treaties.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
An ancient Frisian manuscript translated by what? The text claims that Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and moreover that the alphabet derived from a Frisian language.
Another volume by Arkham
Things that should not
Editions.
be, a collection of American folklore and the urban legends. So given what I was just told, lies in my safe. The clues to the combination are found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where the study combine in Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of nation. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason I prevail is at the end. If by chance a person, colleague, professor, cylinders.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Wait, how do I listen to him?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Is that supposed to be a number? Eventually, it seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Let's try listening to the rest of it.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay, so...
The Queen has little protection.
Four.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The
The
rubies.
chalice of knowledge.
So 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait a minute. We'll start at this cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 4.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Alright, so it's 549. I think. Could be incredibly wrong. What if it's 3? Okay, I was 1 off. Because he didn't count the queen. I was really fucking close, though. I'm glad I figured that out. I'm still mad about the fucking globe one. From last time. Is that literally just the Necronomicon? Bound in flesh by the mad prophet. Am I getting superpowers now? In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of the attempted burglary. He discovered Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe and found a letter Sir Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. I'm astral projecting into possession? Wild. This shit is just wild. It's gonna bug me if I don't look it up. It was Al-Hazard. Well, I was trying to say Al-Hazarad, but Abdul Al-Hazard, the Mad Prophet, who took his infernal knowledge and put it in a book bound by human skin.
This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation.
He's turning into a cephalopod.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis,
Something
but
amazing.
he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
I found a book in the bookseller's safe. There was something wrong with it. It smelled of death and putrefaction. I had a bad feeling. I read it to understand why I had such a feeling. What happened after that? Where am I? Oh, that's dope. I can't access my level up screen.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Oh, shit. He's slipping us different things instead of sleeping pills. That's so fucked up.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Mary Sanders entered within 2, as well as the treatments administered to her. Fuller added a handwritten note. He remains to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest that she needs.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Probably using starfish DNA. I regenerated my head. You'd know that if you ever less checked your emails.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
In a memory?
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
I feel like the boiler room is going to become important.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Rude.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's...
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the sketch.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Rude on my part. That was like a weird way to handle that situation.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. Let's hope I can go through the administration office. We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Where's Pierce at?
What a pest.
I want to see my character. That's like a thing I really want to see.
It's so unfair.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
Just open all doors. Wait, this is the past.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Was that Ethan? Was that me? In here?
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Nice. Where is my dude?
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Dr. Colden, do you want something?
Alright. Ethan.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
It's because I'm a lady. Which is fucked up, but it's like exactly the reason.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
He looks like a monkey. Feels like I'm supposed to interact with something here.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Dr. Colden?
Okay.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Why did she sound weird saying that? They eat the same food? Monkey wrench, hey! That word seems to be key. Oh wow, that's way more fucking with it than I thought it would be.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
This feels a little fucked up.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
I'm just gonna shut that door so I don't get bothered. Oh, she doesn't have a light source.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files.
This is Nico's office. He recorded his thoughts about one of the many psychoanalysis sessions he submitted Sarah Hawkins to.
I was right.
I'm gonna try to leave here and... No, I guess not. Oh wait, no, I wasn't done. I have to listen to it.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
What's that?
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
What were you giving her?
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
My shoes are weird. Got my clogs on today. What the hell?
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Yeah, but she's also not investigating like we are.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead.
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Bye, Drake. The book projected Pierce into the body of Dr. Colden. The detective watched helplessly as Bradley's friend carried out her inquiry. Confronted with the experiments of Fuller, she got into the office and discovered the director of the Riverside Institute was hiding information on it. If not the body of Sarah Hawkins, if not the body of Sarah. Okay, I see how that works. But she was discovered by Fuller. Pierce must save her before it is too late. Enter the madness.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Oh, it's the first one.
An old diary. Right. Enough time wasted. Colden needs me. I must find her.
Yeah, I should probably go around the room with this to make sure I don't miss anything. I feel like I've seen these pages before. I feel like you can buy these. How's my sanity? Oh, fuck, I took a hell of a hit. Probably because I read the Necronomicon.
What does that mean? What the... Fuller, too. my God. What is happening to me? What was that? It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
Well, this got very interesting very fast.
What happened? Something has changed, but what? I've seen this symbol.
Awaken and free me.
destiny. It has trapped you.
This is an interesting puzzle that I feel like it's gonna open up into being. Oh, that's how I get into that room. Okay.
You are confronting powers that surpass you.
I'm being haunted. You don't have a meter on this one, so that's interesting. Ooh, frame rate kind of died there. I can't check my diary right now. It's kind of lame. Whoa! That one kind of got me.
It looks like things are back to normal.
Let's such a weird noise for... By the way, it was like bright red when she did it. Now it's like, oh no, never mind, it changes color. Right about here, it gets pretty fucking Silent Hill.
What's going on? It never ends. Damnation. That's me.
Oh God! I gotta get out. I got.
Wow, this is getting fucking freaky.
Pierce, I found her. I finally know what's going on. You must live and find the truth. It is already too late for me.
Colden? What's going on? Was it a hallucination?
Please take a seat and be quiet, Mr. Pierce. I'll be with you in a moment.
Stop whatever the hell you're doing and turn around now. No, it can't be.
No! You son of a bitch! What did you do to her?
I wish I could have done more experiments on you, Mr. Pierce.
I said, what did you do to her?
You shouldn't be sorry for your friend. You should envy her.
Look me in the eyes, you got fucked up eyes, don't you?
This madness must stop.
Colden?
This disjointed memory shit is pretty dope. That's me. Is she alive?
they do to you? Can you speak? Sarah.
He gave him the gold and I the azure. I don't see him very often anymore. The green is stronger.
Are you feeling ill?
I'm here, but no. No.
Let's get you out of here.
It comes in my dreams. Our minds melt like colors on a palette.
Come with me.
It's of the oldest green. A violent living, vibrant. A sea green, maybe. No.
Mrs. Hawkins, we must go before someone finds out.
Oh, but he will. He always knows these things when it's about me.
I have seen the same color. It was not as vivid as you said.
A pale copy. A discarded spawn.
Do you know what it was? Tell me.
I can't. We should not call his name. Terrible, terrible consequences.
All right. Come with me.
He will know. He will find us.
One more reason to hurry.
Have I seen you before?
Can you walk?
Maybe.
Then let's go before your husband finds us. It was in your studio.
What?
You painted me. That's where you saw me.
Of course. The men in white are coming.
You mean the guards?
This way. Follow me.
Okay. Thought I was gonna have to go get my dog to stop barking.
What the?
Oh no.
Come out of your dumb hiding hole.
Oh no, and then they stab me. Or they just do that.
It was in your studio.
What?
You painted me. That's where you saw me.
Are there any secrets in here?
You mean the guards? What the?
Oh no.
How'd she get ahead of me? Go, Sarah, go.
Wait. The machine. It's the green. The decaying one.
The gas.
Yes. It's not good for living beings.
We don't have time for that.
I am not moving until the wrong is set right.
Damn it. I'd be better off finding a tool. Perfect. All right. That should do it. Let's move.
I'm your puppet no more, you bastard!
You're my wife. My wife. You owe me obedience.
Leave her alone! We're leaving this crazy island.
You are going nowhere. Don't get between me and my wife.
Shoot him. Fuck.
Nobody tells me what to do with my wife. How dare you? No! Why should I let you take her away when I could snap your neck?
All you did for her safety was throwing her in this rat hole.
I hid her well enough.
You let Fuller play with her.
Did I say shoot her?
Stop. I did everything I could to protect her. But her identity, her power, is what threatens her.
What?
Sarah has seen things, has made things you can't even begin to imagine. Would you still save her if I told you that she is even more dangerous than I am?
The bandit! But she refused!
At first, Sarah condemned Francis Saunders the moment she offered him the Wanderer. Sarah has been in the presence of the myth for too long. Even if she were to leave Darkwater, she would still hear his call. And the cult will always be here, waiting for her.
Then we get rid of its members.
You are out of your league, detective. They control the whole island. She will finally surrender to his power, and the world will fall with her.
Don't!
No one can escape the wheel of destiny, they say. But I will change it. I will save Sarah.
Whoa, where'd the axe come from? Oh, it's been a minute since I watched Jurassic Park. Is it? After the death of Colden, Pierce, victim of hallucinations, advanced inside the River Institute to the point of discovering Sarah Hawkins, alive, prisoner of Dr. Fuller. The last conversation between Charles Hawkins and his wife has revealed the man, under his monstrous appearance, tried to protect her from the influence of the myth. He warned Pierce, if Sarah succumbs to the lure of the occult, she will lose all free will, allowing the cult to bring its plans to fruition. Summon an ancient and evil god. Henceforth, Pierce must know more about Sarah Hawkins' intentions and find a way to protect her. Yar!
No parent should have to bury their child, knowing it's me that put him there. The guilt will never go away.
I feel your pain.
I'll do anything to get him back. Anything. My work was what lured me here in the first place. It began showing me things I never should have painted. Things Charles should never have seen.
What am I to you? I took care of you, saved you from your miserable life. You'll never find a man better than me. You owe me.
I owe you nothing. We'll leave now.
You're not going anywhere. You are mine!
I don't know why that looks really bad.
Simon.
Come on. It's over now. I wonder what the master rank is. I'll think about it next time. But I think that's where I'm going to call this stream for the day. But as always, it was great having you, great seeing you. I hope to see you again next time.
And I'll try to have a more proper schedule. I keep getting sidetracked by other things, getting busy. And honestly, I've been kind of like sucked into Baldur's Gate 3 like a lot of other people, so. Hopefully this is still fun to do. I'm glad I'm doing it fairly close to Halloween. I might have some different plans once this is done for Halloween and stuff, but we'll see. But until then, peace.